Now I've got a good one for you today. Now we have proof. TGP exclusive. This is from the Gateway Putin. Massive 2020 voter fraud uncovered in Michigan. Police find tens of thousands of fake registrations, bag of prepaid gift cards, guns with silencers, burner phones, and a Democrat-funded organization with multiple temporary facilities in several states. This is what I got for you today. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We've heard stories of this since 2020 about voter fraud, and you get the liberals and the Democrats sitting there saying, it's all bullshit, there's no such voter fraud. This has been a police investigation since October in Michigan. Let's get this started, because this is pretty lengthy, and I'm going to try to break this down as much as I can for you. Special thanks to Phil O'Halloran, I hope I'm saying your names right. If not, I'm sorry. Or Lori Skibo for their contribution and assistance with this story. The two election integrity activists obtained a copy of the state police report and began investigating the story in June. Phil, now chairman of the Michigan Republican Party Election Integrity Committee, and Lori Skibo, director of the Michigan GOP's Poll Challenger program, brought it to our attention and are assisting with this research of this story. On October 8, 2020, only 1 month before the 2020 general election, Muskegon, Michigan City Clerk Ann Meisch noticed a black female whose name was redacted from the police report dropping off between 8,000 and 10,000 completed voter registration applications at the city clerk's office. The Muskegon Police Department was contacted and asked to investigate. On 10/21/20, First Lieutenant Mike Anderson was contacted by Tom Fabius, chief of the investigation of Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel's office. According to the Michigan State Police report, Ms. Fabius asked the Michigan State Police assistant with a joint investigation for alleged voter fraud being conducted by the Michigan Police Department and the AG. That's who was investigating all. They weren't doing the voter fraud. Now, on 10/16/2020, Muskegon City Clerk Ann Meisch and the Deputy Clerk Kimberly Young contacted the police department after noticing irregularities in voter registration application received both in person and by mail. On 10/20/2020, the deadline day for the in-person voter registration, the suspect returned to the clerk's office to deliver additional registration forms in person. Meisch estimated that suspect brought in about an additional 2,500 forms. After the 8 to 10,000 she's already dropped off. Meisch contacted the police department, and Detective Logan Anderson and Captain Sean Bride conducted a non-custodial interview with the suspect. Now, the Michigan State Police investigator assigned to the case spoke with the female who explained that she was being paid $1,150 a week to find unregistered voters and provide them with a form so they could get registered to vote or obtain the absentee ballot. The only problem is the handwriting on the voter registration was the same as several of the registrations, and many of the addresses were non-existent and fake. So this keeps going on and on and on about all the fake ballots and stuff. After consulting with the Muskegon Police Department and MDLS analyst Corey Ames, your affiant would describe the results of finding a quantity of the voter application forms clearly fraudulent and quantity of the voter application forms are highly suspicious, having either erroneous or missing key pieces of information and merit further follow-up, and quantity of the voter registration forms appear to be legitimate based on cross-checked and database views, which I can see that being true. Investigators also found that GBI Strategies was paid $188,000 by the Democrats' Senatorial Campaign Committee in 2018. On 10/26/2020, MSP intelligence analyst DeGroot research whoever this was. Now it's all blacked out. Using the Center Response Politics website, DeGroot found that someone had a vendor recipient profile dating back to 2014. In the 2018 campaign cycle, DeGroot found that this person was paid $1,571,386 by the Douglas Jones for Senate Committee, $657,260 by the New American Jobs Fund, and $188,000 by the Democrat Senatorial Campaign Committee. The employees of GBI Strategies were being paid $15 an hour or $120 a day. This goes on so far. I'm trying to get through this. So on 10/26/2020, your affiant did a Google search for this person. Your affiant found a job posting on jobsearcher.com. The posting was for $15 an hour for data entry working, voter registration project. The woman that they interviewed by the police, she was paid $1,150 per week, and giving a rental car. She was also giving a reloadable pay card. That's how they paid them, to try to hide all. Police reported that hundreds of prepaid cards from different companies, along with dozens of new burner phones, were found in Southfield raid in Michigan. The rear storeroom and office were items associated with Manager Brelis' backpack, computer, phone, several wire storage racks surrounded the border of the room with a whiteboard and bulletin board, and other dozens of new phones were located in the boxes. Hundreds of prepaid payment cards were also found, unopened and addressed to whoever this person blacked out. The cards were from 2 different companies. And I could keep going and going because, there's a whole long list of this stuff. And you could go onto the Gateway Putin site and put in what I told you. Now we have proof, TGP exclusive, massive 2020 voter fraud uncovered in Michigan. Put that in there, look it up, and read all this yourself. They've got the police report and everything. They also notified the FBI before the election, and the FBI did nothing. So this has been planned for years that they were going to steal this election. And none of the judges that this has went to would allow it, because they've said in the past when all this first started that the judges were afraid to do this, wouldn't take up the cases because it would cause a riot like they've never seen because of Democrats stealing the election. That doesn't teach the Democrats a damn thing. But I could keep going. These people were paid. They were finding, during the investigation, the police also found partially completed voter registration forms, and police found Pelican cases in the room with semi-automatic rifles joined with suppressors, optics, and customized pistols. 4 rifles, 4 pistols. They found money. They found everything. This was a huge operation. This wasn't no second-rate doing. Somebody planned this for quite some time, and nothing ever seems to get done about it. But every time you post something on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere else, they want to censor all that. So I know I'm going to be posting it on Rumble and Twitter, which is X, to get this out, because if I post it on Facebook, they'll censor me and they'll shut me down. So if you guys got any more questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll get all the information to you. If you need something, I'll get it off of here and I'll give it. But share this. Hopefully something comes out about this. I just got this a couple minutes ago, so hopefully other people will get this out there and let people see this was stolen. There was fraud in every state. Changes of election rules in Pennsylvania I know of, because I live in Pennsylvania, and they did it the night before, which is illegal. That there's been so much going on that nobody's allowed to say anything about it, or they'll censor you. So that's why I'm in Rumble now. If you're not on Rumble yet, please go sign up. Follow me on Rumble at Chasu, CHASU. You'll love it. It's getting better than YouTube. YouTube's too big for their britches, and they need taken down a step. So as soon as I get some more information on this or anything, I'll get it out to you. Until then, this has been The Talking Point with the Country Conservative. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you next time.